I'm Nidhi Mittal. I'm originally from India. My master's degree at the Development Planning Unit in UCL was in Environment Sustainable Development with a key focus on urban resilience, community participation, and urban governance. My thesis was focused on reviewing a large urban services DFID program in India to assess and examine the role of strategic collective action in enabling access to the urban poor in terms of water and sanitation services. I'm presently working at the Trussell Trust as a Pathfinder lead, and really working with our 1,200 plus network of food banks to help embed principles of working with people with lived experience of poverty, financial approaches to maximize income, and really to ensure that the most vulnerable children, families, and communities in urban, suburban areas have access to appropriate forms of support to have meaningful and more fulfilled lives and never have to visit a food bank again. Milestones for me in my professional career in the last 15 or so years have been a foray from business and strategic research and consulting to development consulting and advisory into the development and humanitarian program space. So that was nearly sort of 13 years ago now, prior to coming to the DPU. Post having completed my successful post having completed my master's at DPU successfully, and I sort of went on to do various roles, and I think all of them have had milestones within that. My role in Save the Children as a global policy and program advisor and subsequently acting head of team, it helped me develop and institutionalize a resilient framework to help bridge the gap between emergency focus and development programs, and really look at how we could address root causes of hunger and food security and nutrition insecurity, especially in the context of the food crisis response in Kenya and in the Horn of Africa more broadly, as well as the Household Economic Food Security Project in Bangladesh. Subsequently, the opportunity to have led the design, evaluation, impact of a number of UK government programs, both small and large, in my role as a senior and principal consultant in an international development and environmental consultancy, Ricardo Energy and Environment. This provided me an opportunity to support and contribute to a number of programs, including one of the largest programs on climate and disaster resilience funded by the UK government, BRACED, working with the Urban Institute and Rockefeller Foundation on 100 resilient cities and the monitoring evaluation of that, and supporting the design and implementation of multi-donor programs in Bangladesh and Nepal on climate change and sustainable development issues. I've also had the opportunity to write a couple of book chapters or contribute to book chapters on climate migration in cities, as well as urban environmental governance. And over the last year, I am very pleased that I've had a chance to join Kidasha, a Nepalese free children's charity, as part of their board of directors. And I've also made a transition from the international development space to currently looking at the UK-focused child and community poverty and food and income security realm of work in my role at the Trussell Trust as a Pathfinder lead. My experience at DPU really helped to build a strong foundation for my career and my current work in poverty and hunger issues in urban, suburban, peri-urban contexts. I think DPU really was instrumental in helping to nurture my passion in food security, especially in urban settlements and urban areas. It helped me really appreciate the importance of action research, the power of community voice and participation, and ingrained the important values of alignment and collaboration between communities, local councils, and independent charitable efforts. It also helped me see how making a difference locally is not possible unless and until you build local agency. My experience working with DPU colleagues and lecturers and academic staff during the work in Hackney sensitized me to the kind of deprivation local youth and communities in the UK face, especially minority ethnic groups and immigrant communities, and really just providing a bird's eye view of what might happen in the backyard of shiny London Olympics billboards. It helped me see how deliberative and collaborative action research, backed by effective mapping of issues faced by local urban farmer populations in the outskirts of Accra and Ashaiman in Ghana, could help to inform local policy and shift attitudes towards really vital issues such as land tenure, housing access. My work with urban slums in India as part of my master's dissertation at the DPU, where I evaluated a large donor program for the urban services of the poor. It helped me appreciate the power imbalances that exist, and really the role that strategic collective action can play in bringing public, private, and civil societies together as an enabler of change. And today, I mean, really happy and pleased to say that my work in Trusted Trust as a Pathfinder lead, it's all about working with food banks to embed principles of working with people with lived experience of poverty, looking at financial approaches to maximize income, finding ways to embed principles of collaboration, shared learning, community agency and voice, looking beyond the symptoms and drilling to the root causes that DPU helped me instill 12 years ago. I continue to use the same principles in my work at Gadasha Street Children's Charity, where urban poverty is a core focus of our work with children in Nepal. So all of those principles that DPU has helped me instill, they're absolutely crucial to my day-to-day professional pursuits, and they continue to be. I'm really grateful to DPU teachers and colleagues for that.